I grew up on Vancouver Island, so I spent the first 30 years of my life in Victoria. It was an amazing time. It was idyllic. I grew up hiking in the Souk Mountains, surfing when I was a teenager up in Jordan River, salmon fishing in the Salish Sea. That part of British Columbia to me is a very special place, and I have so many fond memories growing up with my parents there. My parents themselves, two of the hardest working people I know. My mom was a career journalist, and my dad was a builder, and in fact, they still live in the same family home my dad built with his own hands almost 50 years ago now. Love going back to the family home and hanging out with mom and dad. We have a great relationship. Just only a few years ago, 5 years ago, in fact, met my wife, Joy, who is a pediatric intensive care nurse at Children's Hospital here in Vancouver. We've got two young boys. They're both under the age of 3, so it's a blissful but chaotic time, but we're just loving being new parents. When the pandemic hit, I was then starting to see up close what was happening at the local community level. Social fabric started to unravel when local economies started to crater. People were now isolated. They weren't volunteering in their local community. Outreach workers weren't getting to people on the street that were vulnerable and needed help. It was reinforced for me how important a strong, inclusive, diverse, vibrant economy is, because when we lose that, all the social fabric part starts to unravel. But economies now need to be in the service of healthy communities and vibrant social services. It all fits together. And I'm seeing and hearing from British Columbians, they see all their issues now on a continuum, not in silos. They're not separate. Childcare is a business issue as much as it is a social issue. Climate change is a business issue as much as it is an environmental and social issue. It's all connected now. So my vision for the BC Liberal Party is, yes, let's still be the party of fiscal responsibility, but let's now embrace being a party of social awareness and social consciousness, because this is what it will take to win in 2024. This party has such a proud history of driving deep and important change in British Columbia, but if we don't think we're at a turning point in the history of this party right now, we're kidding ourselves. So what I hope this leadership race is about is an opportunity to have a very deep conversation about what are the new values, what's the new priority set that governs where we go from here, because it will take something totally different to win in 2024 and play a successful long game and become that governing party again for another 16 years. So we're at a moment, it's an important turning point, and I want to be a part of that process to lead that change.